we're gonna try this again. I want y'all to know that I've tried to make this video 3 times now, and what happens is I start rambling about biochemistry and then I get lost from my main point. So I'm gonna stop trying to look at my notes and just make this video as real as I possibly can. So Nathan McFarland over at Dr. McFarland Studios, he has his own YouTube channel, was checking out my Instagram channel the other day, or my Facebook maybe even, I'm not really sure. And he saw that I had posted before and after pictures of my most recent keto run, and he wanted to know if I had made any videos on it yet for my YouTube. So, and I haven't recently. I have made some videos in the past about like just, oh, we're doing keto, but I haven't really like gone into why I'm doing keto. And I think that was more what his question was, is that he said he struggles with sugar like we all do when we're eating normal amounts of sugar, and I think he just wanted to know a little bit about how it could help him with sugar. So I'm going to come at y'all from a biochemical standpoint because I'm a biochemistry major, and I can't not talk a little bit about it because I have to defend a little bit, even though my biochemistry teacher is always like, the keto diet is terrible for you. I feel like I have to say that when you're morbidly obese, which I was, and she never has been, she's Korean and she's tiny. When you're morbidly obese, I feel like a lot of things that don't normally apply to people can suddenly apply to you. So the ketogenic diet is basically where you cut your carbohydrate consumption way down, and you operate off of a high-fat diet and essentially force your body into a sort of state of starvation where it switches from using glucose from food that you would consume in the form of carbohydrates, and starts breaking down those stored lipids from where you've eaten all those carbs before. So I want to say that I'm not a doctor yet, and because I'm going to medical school soon, but I'm not a doctor yet, but I advocate for the ketogenic diet because I was 330 pounds, possibly more. I didn't even have a scale when I started losing weight, and it has worked for me. I am now 213 pounds, so I still have a ways to go. Hoping to get my skin and tummy tuck and all that good stuff situated over my Christmas break this fall, but it has worked very effectively and efficiently for me. So what I did was in 2017 or 2016, I decided I was going to lose weight, and I switched to a low calorie diet, but I was struggling because I constantly wanted to eat all the time. I was like so hungry, feeling like day in and day out. I was like, why can I not stop eating, you know? Why can't I get with this? I want this so badly. You know, I had mentally prepared myself, and that's something that you guys should do to begin with, is get yourself mentally prepared if you're going to go into any sort of diet, because there's going to be days where you're just not going to not feel like it, and you have to have, you know, that self-sufficient motivation. So I suggest following people's Instagrams. You can follow mine, Sammy Jane Crane. And there's a whole bunch of people out there who you can follow to help you along the way and give you motivation. So I feel like you should get that motivation going before you start into the diet, so that on the hard days you can keep up with it. But like I was saying, I was like, why? I want this so bad. You know, I'm following the people who are doing the diets, and I'm doing everything the right way, and I'm still struggling to lose. So I started into a low carb, high fat diet, and started going to the gym, and I did that. I want to say it was maybe June of 2016, or maybe it was April of 2016. And by the next April, I was down 100 pounds. So, and I kept it off through 2017, 18, and then in 19, I started into university. for my biochemistry junior and senior year, and I struggled because I quit going to the gym, and I basically kind of gave up on my diet, and I gained almost 30 pounds. So what I did was in April, and this is why the whole point of why I even posted some pictures anyways on my Instagram, as I decided I was going to go full-blown keto again, just cold turkey, going right for it. Wasn't going to cut my calories or do anything, no modifications, just straight into keto and go for it. So, and the results have been that in April, on April 27th, I was almost 250, and now I'm like 213 or 214, somewhere in there. So I have lost a good bit in just 2.5 months, and so I think those results speak for themselves. And so coming from my biochemistry standpoint, I think the biggest thing is, especially for those of us who have been morbidly obese and have a lot of weight to lose, is that you get stuck in that when you're restricting just calories. You get stuck in that, I'm still hungry, I still want to eat, my brain is still telling me to go eat. You know, my son turned 11 today, and we had cake for his birthday, and that cake's in there, and I had a piece of it, and so like today was my cheat day. But my body is telling me, my brain is telling me to go eat more, you know, because it got that whole dump of glucose, and it's saying go get more. You should go get more. It's a good idea to go get more because your brain loves it. And you know, especially in a birthday cake, you're just getting tons of refined sugar, and it's just all there for the taking. But I think that that's what happens when people, especially those of us who have been morbidly obese, start out, you know, over 300 pounds. It seems like such a huge task, and you get so hungry, and you don't, you know, you're like, I can't do this, and so you give up. And that's what had always happened to me. I gave up. So the keto diet is so great for that, because you immediately stop the glucose dump, and then your body can start regulating your insulin levels, and it's going to come down and down and down, and your liver's not going to have to produce so much of that insulin hormone, and you're going to start feeling better, and you're going to stop craving those carbs. You know, after about a good 2 weeks of doing keto, you're not going to want to, you know, first of all, you're going to be seeing results already. You probably lost 7 or 8 pounds by 2 weeks. So you're going to want to keep it up. But secondly, you're not going to feel those cravings anymore. They're going to go away. You're going to stop wanting to run to your refrigerator every hour on the hour. And I think for me, that has been the biggest reason why I have been successful at the keto diet, is that, you know, the glucose metabolism and the insulin spikes and all of that are just, you know, just perpetually not an issue now. So I think that if you have a lot of weight to lose, and even if you don't have a lot of weight to lose, I think the keto diet is worth it. I think that for the biggest part, you know, there are some concerns medically speaking. A lot of doctors will tell you don't do it. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you one way or the other. If you feel like you need medical advice on it, I suggest that you talk with your physician about it. But I think, honestly, from my perspective, that it works, and it's a good thing. You're probably never going to go into ketoacidosis, which would be the biggest concern, as long as, you know, you're staying around 30 carbs a day. Like, if you start starving yourself, then you're going to get into trouble. But you're not going to starve yourself, you know. So I feel like that for me, it is the most effective diet method. It's the only diet method that I've ever lost weight on. It's the only one that I've ever kept weight off on. It's the only one that I've ever been able to stick to. And that's, like I said, it purely breaks down to not having to fight my mind telling me I need to go eat every few minutes. And that's the benefit of the keto diet. And eventually, you know, when you're in it like me, going on 3 months now, you'll get to where you might eat 1,000 calories a day, and you won't even notice it. You'll go almost all day and be like, have I eaten? And you know, it'll blow your mind sometimes to where you just will shock yourself at how easily it will come once you get over the hurdle. So my advice is this is the way I would do it if I were you. I would start following motivation posts, people who can help you stay on track when you're feeling low about yourself in a day, because even when you lose weight, you're still going to have hard days. Even once you're losing weight, you're still going to have mentally tough days, and there's still going to be things you're going to deal with once you lose weight. Like me, I deal with body issues now, because even though I've lost all this weight, you know, I'm still, not only am I still a big person, but now I have loose skin, and of course I would take the loose skin any day over the fat, you know, the size that I was. But there's still going to be issues you're going to deal with in your mental health that you're going to have to deal with, because if you don't, it's going to eat you up. But I'm hoping to get, you know, some skin removal soon, hopefully for Christmas break, to start helping me with my body issues, which, you know, again, is a lot mental more than anything. So so that's my number one recommendation. Get mentally ready. Prepare yourself mentally. Number two, start into the keto diet and just go straight in. Don't start with this, oh, let me kick sodas this week and then do this that week, because I did that to begin with and the results weren't near as good. Get straight into keto. Get some diet plans. Look on Pinterest for recipes. My Pinterest link is in my bio, and I have a board of recipes that I've pinned, and most of them I've tried and I like them all. You're gonna have to find what works, you know, for you. I may do another video on what I eat every day, but not today because this video is getting tired. And number three, so motivation. Get into the keto diet strictly, and then once you've been dieting for a little while, then add in some exercise, and you know, because it won't hurt, but you honestly, you won't even have to. I haven't done a terrible lot of exercise in the past month, and I've still lost almost 10 pounds. So I've been doing some weights at home and stuff because my gym is closed through my college right now. But and fourth and finally, and it's not the least by any means, is I recommend getting a water bottle and keeping it filled up and drink on it. I've gotten to where I'm drinking about 2 of these a day, and I honestly think that's why my weight loss has sped way up in the last month, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons, is just because I keep water on me at all times. That's the time. So if you guys have any questions, post them in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer as good and as quickly as I possibly can. And if you guys have any other video suggestions that you want to hear, I will include those too. So I'm going to try to get a before and after shot if I can attached to this, like, or before and where I am now, not after, because I still hope to lose like maybe another 40 pounds. But if I can get some pictures attached to this, I will. And if not, y'all can go find me on my Instagram, and the link is also in my about me section too. So thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope it wasn't too intensive. Like I said, I've done this video twice now, and the first 2 times were like way biochemistry heavy, and I was like, people are not gonna care about glucogenesis stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope this answers some questions, and good luck to all of you who hope to lose a ton of weight.